Hi, my name's Amanda, and today we will be learning about a career as an administrative service manager. What do administrative service managers do? They do a lot of things. Sometimes they will oversee maintenance and repair of any machinery or equipment. They also take care of any mechanical systems or issues. Some even develop, manage, and monitor records. Some will set goals and deadlines. Responsibilities vary depending on the company you work for. There are two types of administrative service managers. There is the facility managers, and they usually oversee all of the buildings and the grounds, the equipment and the supplies. They are the ones that do a lot of the planning and the managing and the dealing with the environmental factors, making sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do by the law and by the book. And then there are records and information managers. They're the bookkeepers. They're the ones that keep all of the records. They develop, monitor, manage any and all of the organization records. They are the ones responsible to make sure that the records are the way they are supposed to be, where they're supposed to be, and sometimes these particular managers will work off-site, which means they will work in a completely different building at a completely different location than the actual company itself. Sometimes this can keep the records extra safe, or it can even be easier to keep the records organized if they're at a different location. Some education and experience requirements. Some big work experience would be work experience reflecting managerial and leadership abilities. You have to have at least 5 years of past experience showing that you can lead a team and that you can manage other people to make sure that things get done everywhere across the board. Now, when it comes to specific work experiences, facility managers and records and information managers have a little bit specific requirements. Records and information manager, they want experience in administrative and clerical work. They want to make sure that you're good with record keeping. And facility managers want to make sure that you've been able to manage big projects and building maintenance to make sure that you can get things done in the proper way. Of course, your education experience, you're going to want a bachelor's degree. The majority of the time, you're going to have a bachelor's degree. But there are some job seekers that may be able to scoot through and get a job with just a high school diploma. It does happen. There are super, super smart people in the world that just never went to college. Location, location, location. Now, a big choice for choosing your career is where the big jobs are located. So some of the states with the highest employment level, these are states that have the most jobs open, would be California, Texas, Massachusetts, Florida, New York. As to where some of the states with the highest concentration of jobs, meaning there's more jobs in specific areas instead of spread across, would be Massachusetts, Oklahoma, Arizona, Mississippi, and Connecticut. I got these maps from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. So these are all correct as of 2017. Most of these jobs are going to be for major corporations. You're not going to be able to work at home, or, you might be able to make your own business, but it's more of a bigger corporation job because you are going to be the one kind of overseeing everybody and everything, making sure that everything gets done the way that it's supposed to be done. Earnings and outlook. So the annual median wage for an administrative service manager is about $94,000 a year. And that's a good hefty sum. Now, on the lowest end, the people that just happen to get paid the lower end of the deal, maybe in states that don't have as high living expenses, they only make about $52,000, $53,000 a year. As to where the higher paid applicants working for this job got paid up to or more than $163,000 a year, which is quite a bit of money. But if you think about it, to be overseeing as much as an administrative service manager does, $163,000 is it evens itself out. Now, there is a projected growth of 10% from 2016 to 2026 in this particular job field. That is unusually fast compared to a lot of other fields. That means that there's just more and more and more jobs opening, and we need people to fill them. Applicants for this job will face strong competition from other people. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there. Now, there is expected to be an increase in the number of retirements in the incoming years, which would produce even more job openings. So, in all reality, this would be, if you're good with numbers, good with people, good with, making sure everything gets done, this would be a really good career to follow. They do tend to work about, 40 hours a week, sometimes even 60. That statistic, I believe, is 1 in 4 people work more than 40 hours a week in this particular career. If you have any questions, any information, all of this information on this presentation was pulled from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. I did put a link at the bottom of my page. You can go ahead and click on it. It'll take you to the site. You can ask anything. It'll teach you anything. It has all kinds of information, even down to the metropolitan areas where these jobs are located. So I hope you learned a lot, and thank you for watching.